Now, let's break it down together, shall we? Is artificial intelligence really effective in 2025? Well, you could even say in 2026 already. We'll go over how you can use artificial intelligence in trading, how you can work with it, and how you can learn with it in trading, and even start earning your very first profits. Let me say right away, this is a pretty risky method, since artificial intelligence doesn't take any responsibility. So watch this video. Pay close attention and don't rush into trading right away. This video is made more for educational purposes, so watch carefully. I'll show you what artificial intelligence is and what it can do with the right settings. And how can you learn trading with the help of artificial intelligence? Let's get started with the video right away. When you and I want to trade, I don't recommend using the artificial intelligence that's built into the platform. So you need to turn it off right away. We go into trading mode, and here we turn off this button. Because this artificial intelligence gives out trades completely at random. It has no logic, no settings at all. Let's break down how today, even without indicators, we can analyze the bear chart. Look, of course we can use. Some indicators, so to speak, are helpers. This could be RSI or CCI. There are similar indicators that are quite simple. They don't give us exact entry points, but they help us determine when a reversal is coming and when it's not. So let's use one indicator, CCI, and see how we can trade with it. Here I am choosing the EUR-USD currency pair and setting the trade time. We select 1 minute, and now the bot does the analysis for me, but it doesn't give a buy signal. As you can see, there are percentages showing the probability of a successful reversal entry. Overall, it's pretty interesting statistics, so take a look. With the help of the indicator, we can learn to analyze the chart ourselves. In other words, artificial intelligence has analyzed our currency pair, specifically EUR/USD. It was determined that in this situation, we actually have a pretty good entry point for a buy, meaning the market is currently almost in an oversold state. So from this kind of price zone, we often tend to see a reversal. Plus, it's showing reversal data right now. The numbers aren't very high, but the volatility is average, meaning the market is calm. It's not completely stagnant, but it's not moving too actively either. You could say it's favorable for a beginner trader. So just now, we didn't do any analysis. We simply looked at the CCI indicator, realized that a reversal could really happen from this zone, and the robot confirmed this theory for us. Let's break down how this artificial intelligence works and how you can get it right now. Again, it doesn't trade for you. What it does is check what's happening with the currency pair, analyze it, and give you a short summary with the probability of a successful entry and the likelihood of a reversal. It also tells you the current volatility and where it recommends opening a trade. So you need to understand this isn't a magic button, it's not a money button, it's just our assistant that helps us analyze. The chart. First of all, the main thing that affects the market is financial news. Right now, you can see examples of news and how our team worked with them, what it actually is, and what kind of impulses we capture from these movements. So financial news. The robot knows how to read them. We taught it to read all these percentages. As you can see, we really have a lot of percentages. And accordingly, if, for example, positive news comes out, the market goes up. If negative news comes out, the market goes down. And all of this affects volatility. So right now, you can see an example of low volatility on the screen when the market is standing still. And an example of high volatility when the market is actively... All of this trading affects our... After financial news, we have global news, meaning something has happened in the world. Accordingly, the market reacts to this as well. For example, if something happens in America, the dollar responds to it. Or if something happens in Europe, like strikes or critical events, the market reacts to all of that too, so the bot reads this. Plus, if we go deeper, we have technical analysis. That is when the robot analyzes both our large and small volumes. And accordingly, it understands that there is a level of interest here. For example, there are major buyers here who are interested in pushing the price down from this point, or on the contrary, pushing it up. And in the same way, it understands that, for example, there are no buyers here at all. Here, you can easily move higher, meaning the volatility will be high there. And also our vertical volumes, which show us the number of trades happening right now. In Market, the robot analyzes this as well. So we understand that there is a significant and substantial flow of data being carefully analyzed by the robot, after which it provides you with a recommended signal to either buy or sell. So how do you activate this robot? It's very simple. Right now, you can follow the link in the description. There, I'll leave a special link for you to activate, and the bot will provide you with training. So if you follow this link, the robot will be yours forever. You'll have access to it, but only under this video. So go ahead, activate this robot, it will give you all the instructions, and you'll be able to use it too. Analyze the chart. It's actually all very simple. It has 12 currency pairs that you can analyze. Next, for these currency pairs, you have 3 timeframes to choose from. So let's break down what these timeframes actually mean. For example, 1 minute. It's perfect when the market is quite volatile, meaning when you see big movements. Let's even compare it with volumes right now. So just to recap, we have 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes. Now I'll show you what this looks like on the chart. Example, you see these kinds of values on the chart. Here we have 3 situations. Large volumes, medium volumes, and accordingly very small volumes. How do we trade in all these situations, especially when we have very large volumes? That's 1 minute per trade when the volumes are high, 3 minutes per trade when the volumes are medium, and when the volumes are very low, it's 5 minutes per trade. So now you know how to choose the time. Here we would have traded for 3 minutes. Here again for 5 minutes, but then after that we could have traded for 1 minute. So roughly on these segments, here again we would have traded for 3 minutes. Exactly. Now you know how to look at these different volumes and how to choose the right timing, and also how it looks visually on the chart. Let's go ahead and mark some important lines that will help guide us. We can clearly see where the volumes are low and where the volumes were high. Let's highlight these 3 specific sections. And now, let's see what was happening on the chart at that particular moment. And just look at these segments. So as you can see, what happens with low volumes, the price basically stayed in place. And then it dropped a little. Here, the volumes increased. But when there were almost no volumes, we stayed in place. When the volumes were average, we had a small downward movement. When the volumes were high, the price accordingly traded very actively. So as you can see, it keeps going further, trading. Here, the market is back on the 5-minute chart. If we were trading, it would just be standing still. And here, as you can see, there's a very small upward movement. So basically, our volumes don't determine how much we move, but rather how structurally we move. Because a downward movement like this, and like this, these are completely different things. Here, we have no volatility, and here the volatility is very high. We figured this out. Let's move on. Let's try to do an analysis on another currency pair. Since I've already chosen the Australian and Canadian dollar, let's go with that one. We have a sell signal. From here, we can actually open a sell trade. So look, all our factors are lining up. We can see that on the Australian and Canadian dollar currency pair. Here, I've selected it. So we can see that there's a very strong upward movement. The price has entered overbought territory. As a result, in situations like this, a reversal often happens. So it's a really good entry point. So it's time to let the sellers push the price back down a bit, because the buyers have overdone it and pushed the market too high. You can skip signals that you don't like. So if you see that the percentages are low here and the bot doesn't recommend it, it'll tell you that it doesn't recommend opening trades right now. You can easily skip these situations with it. By the way, as you can see, we're experiencing a pretty unpleasant move. It's a whole 130 points. Apparently something happened, or either the bot read it wrong or I misunderstood this currency pair, but unfortunately I'm taking a loss. I'm showing everything as it is, so with the next trade I'll cover this loss with $1,750. I am choosing the URCHF currency pair, selecting it in the booster bot. Just a quick reminder, I'll be leaving a link to this helpful bot right now in the description below, so you can go ahead and activate this bot right now, which will carefully analyze the chart for you. Again, it doesn't make trades for you, but instead it gives you a detailed forecast based on our extensive experience. This is definitely risky, and I still recommend you do it yourself. The analysis. But as a learning tool, it's actually perfect. Remember, it won't make money for you, it won't trade for you. So you're learning on your own, finding entry points and using additional indicators to carefully analyze the chart. I hope that's all clear and easy to understand. This trade closes in profit and brings me almost $1,300. So as you can see, this signal worked out perfectly for us here. We got a very confident entry point and as a result, took the profit. So get the robot right now. Grab it using the link in the description. I also want to remind those who haven't subscribed to our channel yet that on our trading channel, you'll find even more ready-made breakdowns on how to trade with the robot, how to do analytics in general, how to analyze, and accordingly, how to make money on the financial markets. We share ready-to-use strategies, psychological articles, so you'll find a lot of useful stuff by following the link in the description. So go ahead and join us and start working together with us. We teach trading, and as a result, we've already trained a lot of successful traders. In short, I'll leave all the useful links in the description. Be sure to let me know what you think of this video, and what you think about artificial intelligence, since we're now using it in every field. We use it for learning, we use it for analysis, for some of our everyday tasks, and of course, all our devices are already running on artificial intelligence too. And naturally, it's also developing rapidly in trading. With that, I'll say goodbye for now. All the useful links are in the description. See you in the next videos. Talk to you soon.